Welcome to another Legacy Art Journal episode. Here you see the cards that I have in the All About Me category. So today I'm going to do the next one, number 6, Where Were You Born? So I have typed out some things on the computer using the Fish Fingers free font that I downloaded into my Word program. And I picked a tag that had a jelly print already Mod Podge to the surface of it. So I thought the quote, "Where it all began," would be a good one to start off. So I'm just positioning the letters on top of the jelly print. I'm going to adhere this with my Mod Podge mat. And I've opted to not color the letters. These are printed on paper that's a little heavier than just regular copy paper, just using my inkjet printer. The jelly print was done on a page from the Reader's Digest, so you can see the print through it all, as if this was the story of my life. Using my Stabilo All pencil, just going around the words and activating it with a little water on a brush. You can use a water brush as well, or you could smudge it with your fingers. Each gives a slightly different effect. You outline the letters just to make it look like it belongs on the background and to make it stand out a little bit more. I'm just using some craft paint, and I'm just going to edge the tag with the black paint. And I'm just using the applicator that comes for the Distress inks. I found that it worked quite well in doing with acrylic paint and applying it to the edges. And I like that effect better than using my Inktense blocks. I want the letters to stand out a little bit more, so I'm just using my liner brush and watered down craft paint, and I'm just going over the letters to make them a little darker. I find I can go a little bit faster using my liner brush than I can with a Pitt pen or a gel pen. But you can use those as well to darken what you've printed off. Just drying it very quickly. Just a little touch up. I'm also outlining in this with a black gel pen. This is from the dollar store. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Gel pens, though, the dollar store variety, are not permanent. So if you wet this afterwards, it does reactivate. Adding some lines, some dot lines all the way around the card. Again, just to frame it. Using the jelly prints for the background makes it very quick to get it all done. So I'm looking at the colors that I have on that jelly print, and I decided to use the same color scheme on the back. I wanted to use some spray from my Martha Stewart spray ones and something I've mixed up, but as luck would have it, the sprayer just clogged. I end up going in and putting just basic Delta Ceram Coat in an opaque blue to get that royal blue that I have on the other side. Quickly drying it and cleaning up. I don't want to be getting any of the paint on the opposite side since that side is finished. Something to pay attention to when you are doing two sides of a project. So I have a arrow template or stencil. This is from Crafter's Workshop, and I'm trying to position it with the words that I want to put on the back, and I apologize that this is out of off screen. I'm just taping it down so it doesn't move, and I am getting some gold embossing powder and my Versamark marker. So I'm just with the marker just tracing through the stencil, and you can see that it's on there. I'm sprinkling the gold on, putting away the excess, and just using the heat tool to do the embossing. You can see it just starts to shine, it goes. I used the gold here because there was gold in the front. So there's my arrow. So I had printed off the place and the name of the hospital where I was born. And I'm just going to add a little water to just regular craft paint. This is Ceram Coat. Again, I use the blue, the red, and the gold because that's what was on the other side. Playing catch with the heat tool, heating up these little pieces of paper. Working out the placement of the words. Deciding to put some gold splatter on the card just for a little bit more. Cleaning up the excess into one of my paper towels. It'll find its way into some other project. Splattering with some red as well. I just thought the blue was a little too plain by itself. This tag is very, very simple, but it's easy enough to just make it a little extra special. Drying the splatters. Repositioning. And just using my Mod Podge mat to adhere the words. I'm noticing that the blue paint was a little bit more matte than my matte Mod Podge, and it was showing up, so I decided to Mod Podge the whole surface so it would all look the same. Keep trying. Going around with my Stabilo All pencil. You could also use a watercolor pencil, Inktense pencil, or block to go around the words as well. I also saw in a video where the person doing the video used a black gel pen and then she activated it with water and it got a similar effect. So you have lots of options. Don't feel you have to go out and buy one specific thing. There's no magic. Applying black around the edges with the applicator. Outlining the words with gold, just to bring a little bit more gold in there and make them stand out. And doing some edging in the gold that matches the front but a different color medium. Deciding to use my black gel pen to make the letters a little bit darker. Remembering, of course, that now I cannot put any wet medium on top because any of my gel pen, the gold or the black, would reactivate and smudge. Again, this font is called Fish Fingers, and it's one of my favorite. I also decided to outline the arrow with the black, and that brings us to an end. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Bye for now.